Hey there, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I so appreciate you stopping by. I am super pumped to be introducing you to some new friends of mine, Renee Blodgett. Hey Renee, how are you?
Good. Very happy to be here.
Awesome, I'm so glad you agreed to be here. And Anthony Campagnone, how are you, Anthony?
That's me.
That's you.
Very good pronunciation of my name. I
We
like
tried.
it.
We tried.
It's great to be here. I'm honored to be here with you.
Oh, well, listen, the pleasure is mine, honestly. Anthony and Renee are from bluesoulearth.com, and I was introduced to them via a friend of mine, and I've been just so incredibly blown away by what they do. So I felt very inspired that I had to share their information with all of you guys. So we agreed to come together, the three of us, to talk about March being the 8th universal month of 2021. So we know that March is the third month, and we know that 2021 is the fifth universal year. Add 3 and 5 together, simple math, people. It is an 8th universal month, which is all about manifestation. So tonight we're going to be talking, we're going to have a really interesting evening tonight because Renee and Anthony are actually going to be channeling. We are not sure exactly who they're going to be bringing through, but it's fascinating to be a part of. I just had a session with them there a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still blown. My mind is still blown. So we are going to experience that, but we want to talk a little bit about manifestation. And there's a lot of noise out there about the law of attraction, and I think you guys agree the law of attraction is real. Like it's very real, right? But it can get us into trouble. Do you guys want to elaborate on that a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. It can get us in trouble.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times our guides, we refer to them as the ascended masters. A lot of times they will say, be careful what you ask for because it will come, and be careful who you open the door to, because whatever you open that door to, it will energy start coming through. So there is a little bit of truth to that, I think.
Absolutely. And, back to your point about the law of attraction, right? So manifestation and abundance isn't something that you get or achieve, right? It's sort of really more of a mindset and a way of being. And so when you're throwing out into the universe, right, that lack of trying to get or achieve, you simply get more lack and you get more yearning, really. So think of it as an energy field. And when your energy field is in alignment of a vibration of abundance and manifestation, that's what you're bringing into your field.
And always, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I just want to say, whatever you are, wherever you're vibrating, if you're vibrating in a state of lack, then that's what's going to be mirrored back to you. The universe will always give back to you the vibration that you are producing at that particular time.
Absolutely. I always say abundance is a feeling. It's not how much money you've got in the bank or the car that you've got in the driveway. Abundance is a feeling, right? And when you feel abundant, you are abundant, because as you believe, so it is.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And I like the idea, that word of feeling, because when you are manifesting, you're not manifesting here in your mind, you're manifesting with your heart. And that is the very important part of that feeling and that emotional context, that connection, that vibration through your heart and through that feeling. So that's really important.
It really is a mindset, right? And so that mindset is creating a vibration and a field around you. Yeah. So if you think about it in non-linear terms, right? Because we live in a quantum universe. Mm-hmm. A quantum universe literally mirrors back what we project out. If we're all projections, right? This is the butterfly effect, right? So if you're projecting something out, it's creating a ripple effect. And that is, you could say, the catalyst that ignites the manifestation field. It's like a catalyst. Yeah.
I actually visually saw that one time. I actually saw it. I had, I'm a Reiki master, and I pioneered a program on the East Coast for equine Reiki. And so I had a horse whose ankle was really swollen. And I went out he was out in what we call a 3-sided shed. And so it was him in the middle, and 2 ponies, one on either side. Both of them are real cranky, right? Ponies. So you typically don't want to go into this 3-sided shed and get down on your knees and channel, but I did. And I closed my eyes, and I'm channeling the energy to my horse, and he's doing all, all the visible signs. You guys both do Reiki, you've seen it. He was getting all loosey-goosey, his lips dropping open, his ears are flopping, his eyes are closing, all of it, right? So I channeled for probably 5 or 10 minutes with my eyes closed. And what I couldn't believe is that when I opened my eyes, the ponies on either side were doing exactly the same posture. So, you know what I mean? It's like dropping a penny into the pool and watching the concentric circles just go. And where does it stop? It doesn't, right? My intention was to help him. And as I was helping him, his vibration was changing. And as his vibration changed, the environment around the ponies changed as well. So they responded.
Yeah, it happens automatically. Yeah. That catalyst or that ignition into the ripple pool. I mean, I love sort of the image too of just really a body of water that's rippling and it ripples out and we don't know how far it goes. It's just this limitless, it's unlimited.
Everything is connected. What we do for one, we do for another. What we do for ourselves, it just vibrates outward to all of the energetic beings that are within our vibrational field.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody benefits. I mean, it's so amazing. And you don't have to have Reiki to be able to experience that. That's not exclusive to people who are Reiki masters or practitioners, right? That's available to anyone and everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it's so true. I mean, just the concept really of where, if you think about where manifestation and abundance starts, it's with gratitude. It's always gratitude.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always say gratitude is like poison on a weed. You throw gratitude at an obstacle and the obstacle shrinks.
Love that.
True. Anything you throw gratitude at, any obstacle that you have, you change the way you look at things, and things that you look at change. So it's pretty cool.
It's a domino effect. Absolutely.
Yeah. So earlier we were talking about something I'm not that well versed in, but the Seraphim energy versus that of the angelic realm. And in terms of manifestation, given that March is the month of manifestation, where do these guys come in? The Seraphim versus the angelic realm. How do they differ?
Okay. The Seraphim versus the angelic realm. Yeah.
Well, a very key difference, which we didn't learn about until not that long ago. Because we did this 4-week course on Seraphim energies, and we channel the angelic realm as well as the Seraphim, and a lot of times the energy Metatron, right? A lot of times people think of that Metatron energy as an angel,
right?
But we learn through our guides and through Metatron directly when we channel this energy that Metatron is a Seraphim energy.
Yeah, oftentimes Metatron is seen as an archangel and part of that vibration. But from our channeling, from what our guides have come and said, and what Metatron, this energy has said itself, I'll just say that he right now, I'll use the pronoun he has said that Seraphim or angels are different and vibrate at a different pattern than the archangels do.
And they come in two. They always come.
They're always created in two, but function as one.
So the opposite of the Metatron energy, really fascinating, right? So Metatron is all about sacred geometry and numerology and all of your favorite stuff,
right?
And the opposite energy, so that's like creatrix energy out in the ethers, and the opposite energy, which is part of the Metatron energy, is Sandalphon, which is also seen as an angel, and that's the grounding energy. So that tethers us into the earth, keeps us connected to Gaia, keeps us from floating off into the ethers, right? When we're connecting to these higher dimensions.
So I got to just pause on that just for a second, because we failed to share with our viewers today how exactly you do the channeling. I think that's fascinating. And that made me think, you talk about Seraphim, they come in twos. Well, it's kind of like you guys can't channel without each other, if I understand that correctly.
Well, the idea is because of the masculine and feminine. Do you want to speak to that? And actually, by the way, the Metatron and Sandalphon energy, that's why Anthony chose to say, I'll call Metatron he, but they literally tell us they change the feminine and masculine energies all the time.
So I'll tell you just quickly too, a little bit about the Seraphim that are really very different than archangels. So Seraphim energies, they will tell us that they are not pure energetic or angelic energies, but they are beings, beings that have a soul.
So they were in physical form first?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
They can be in physical form.
They can occupy a physical form.
Yeah. So because they have souls, and by the way, gods and goddesses do not have souls. And guess who else doesn't have souls? The angelic realm. So that is a chief difference between the angelic realm and the seraphim realm, is that the seraphim realm have and can reincarnate and drop into a physical form if they choose.
As opposed to the angelic realm, they will only send energy through you. They will not reincarnate. They cannot reincarnate in you.
So that's the chief difference. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Can this, because I've experienced a couple of drop-ins in my life that I'm pretty sure were drop-ins, right? People that I met on a bus or whatever, that I'm like, okay, I'm probably the only person seeing you, right? Where I'm probably in my own little altered state or whatever, but I'm quite sure this is a drop-in, right? Is that a possibility for a seraphim to come in and just drop in for that purpose and then you're gone again?
I think that will be that would be a great question when Anthony goes into trance and brings our guides through and literally asks them directly. But you know, it's our understanding that that wouldn't be typical. It would be more of a it would be more of an incarnation to do big work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To do like a really important, you know, like the Yeshua energy as an example.
Yes.
Yeah. So the beautiful thing, I think, is this, and, you know, also trying to tie it into manifestation, or even the beautiful meaning of the number 8, right? That, as you say, means manifestation and abundance, but it also means infinity.
Yes.
So the seraphim angel, if you want to call it angel, or the seraphim energy Melchizedek, which we also channel, that's all about order of the universe. Again, I keep thinking of like Metatron, this is you, Anne, and Melchizedek, this is you, right? Order, structure, you know, of the universe. And then of course the opposite energy is chaos.
Yeah. Well, I have, on a little side note there, when you were channeling for me there a while back, you had told me that Metatron was a chief guide for me. And I've always suspected that, but you know, you definitely nailed it, confirmed it. Oh, doggy, has he been hanging out? Seriously, like that's ridiculous. Like, you know, knock me out with my pendulum now. It's just like,
yeah, it's
a very big energy.
Very strong.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's been
that's because you've accepted it into your field and said, okay, I'm ready. Let's do these activation codes. Give me some more numbers to play with.
Let's do this thing. So, do you guys want to sort of explain to the viewers exactly how this whole channeling process works? Like, I know it starts through Renee.
Right.
I think it does. It starts through Renee and then.
It does. Again, going back to that masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, when it first started happening, I thought it was only coming through me. But then a year and a half later, they would say, no, it's not coming directly through you, Anthony. We first have to go through Renee, and then we come into you. And that's how we're able to, basically, that's how we're able to manifest such a variety of different energies.
And be able to handle an energy as big as Metatron, as big as Archangel Michael, right?
Yeah.
As big as Source, you know, which we have channeled as well. And, you know, in the beginning, the energies were just too big. They would knock both of us out. We'd be out for days.
Yeah.
So they definitely use both her auric field, my auric field, and I will get in, and we could talk about different types of DNA. They call it a DNA plexus, which is like a kundalini, and they're using it both both of ours so that other energies can come through as well.
But Anthony's the only one whose body appears to be altered, as you know, from the channeling experience. So
Yeah.
I will feel my head sometimes shakes if it's a big energy, like a Metatron energy. But other times I don't feel, I feel much more grounded.
Mhm.
And so I'm not altered at all. I'm really
Right.
the grounding cord.
And they definitely, again, they refer to her as Gaia, and they love when she's teaching as well, because they are both interacting. I should say, we're interacting all together as teachers and healers.
And a lot of times our
So-
guides, as you know, because Anne did a private session with us, but as you know, sometimes they can get very esoteric. They've been known frequently to speak in Latin. How useful is that in 2021? So, you know, sometimes I'll have to translate in more grounded language.
Yeah.
The words that they're not getting out, she translates it perfectly, and
Because sometimes people want, well, sometimes people just want a practical thing, like what can I do, right? And the ancient sages and mages, right? If you even, you know, people who we love like Sadhguru and, you know, all of these, you know, just incredible masters, a lot of times they'll use parables. You know, the ancient sages in India use parables as much as Yeshua did as a way to teach, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
All right. So let's do this thing.
would we like to call them through? And
we don't know. I mean, our guides will initially come through,
Yeah.
which is the Ascended Masters.
So
And
can
if
we
you
set,
want to call through certain angels, we can. That's totally up to you.
well, let's set the intention that anybody who chooses to be inspired enough to watch this video, that this message, whatever's coming through, this message is intended for them. Would that be fair?
Perfect.
yes, perfect.
Perfect.
All right, let's do that. Thank you.
So let's do this then. Let's everybody just get relaxed.
Deep breath.
Nice deep cleansing breath. That's what I like to start with all the time. I will always have the intention that whatever comes to us will only be the highest and the best, and that we are always connected to God or source energy, whatever that is for you, and that is what we are. And that is the only vibrations, the only energies that are allowed to come within our auric field. And what we receive, we also give in return.
Yeah, and this beautifully connects to manifestation and abundance, because you want to be of that vibration of love and giving, right? Back to the universe, back to humanity in a way that's much bigger than yourself. That's what really activates that field. So he's connecting now, connecting to those other dimensions, deeper dimensions. Yeah. Now, interesting, when we do have the angelic realm come through, they're much more flowy, right? And when we connect to galactic energies, which are much more formal and structured in their way that they communicate.
And we're not sure who's going to come through tonight.
We do not, but with your strong connection to Metatron, that wouldn't surprise me.
Well, he's already said he's coming. So, yeah,
He's not super chatty though.
Yeah, I was told that earlier this evening. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, our guides will come through first for sure. Hey guys.
It's always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us. We understand why we are here. Thank you, light bearer.
They love you, Anne.
Get back at him.
We understand you have questions for us, but first we'd like to say these things to everybody. First and foremost, remember who you are. You are spirit first. You are source energy first. You are love. You are gratitude. You are grace. You are peace. These are the qualities that you are first in all things. You are human second and everything else third. But remember, you are great and very powerful manifestors. Whatever it is that you think, feel, is what you will create. What you put into the universe will give back to you. Wonderful. Beautiful. Are there questions for us?
No pressure, Anne.
Yeah, who are you gonna call? So yeah, I know that there's a lot of people watching today who are likely going to want to know, who would they call upon and why would they call upon them?
For manifestation and abundance. Related to the beautiful number 8.
We can make a joke or no?
If you want to.
Yeah.
He said, who do you call? We won't make the joke. You see, we get information from his auric field as well. So who do you call upon manifestations? Well, we don't know. We really don't know. You want to know why, soul? Because we are not your soul. Only you know who you call upon for great manifestations. Each soul carries an infinite amount of vibrations or frequencies
That are in the auric field.
However, what do you relate to most? Are you relating to gods and goddesses most of all? Are you relating to earthbound energies? Are you relating to galactic energies, angelic energies, shamanic energies? You see, these are the energies that you call in for abundance.
So in other words, even though today we're kind of focused on the angelic realm and, and the seraphim energies,
Yes.
If someone doesn't connect to the angelic realm or the seraphim energies, there is a frequency that's attached to gods and goddesses around abundance. You see, so it depends what you resonate with most. But for the angelic realm, since we've been talking about that,
we know that you want absolutes, that absolutes don't exist. There are no absolutes.
No specific.
But if you were to call upon any energy that you desire for abundance, you have to understand what is the meaning of abundance to you. What is abundance? Well, abundance might mean that you want more open heartness. So perhaps you'll call in Raphael. Who else could you call for open heartness?
Shamuel.
Shamuel, if you
Shamuel.
want.
Yeah, high heart.
Yeah.
Shamuel's high heart and more of that playfulness around love and abundance, right? And inner joy, almost childlike.
We see you wrote down names Raziel and Zadkiel.
Well, because we've been playing with them and working with them quite a bit. So Raziel is connected to the third eye, right? Which is all about manifestation and abundance, right? Because you're visualizing what you want through your third eye. And then Zadkiel, of course, is the crown.
Well, that's true, but not for her, it's not. She wouldn't call them in. That is not who she would call in for abundance whatsoever. These are meaningless for her. It's the Metatron that is most meaningful for her abundance.
Yes, that's true.
You see, Metatron will give you everything that you need and then some.
Because of your energy.
That is correct. So there isn't one particular angel that you can call, although you can if you want, but you must feel what it is that you want. What is it? What is abundance for you? Where is it resonating from?
Yeah.
Well, for Anthony, it's always his heart. He always calls in the heart because this is what he truly is in this lifetime.
So Anthony, for example, really connects to the Shamuel energy.
Yes, because he works with children and he's like a child himself. He has a very big heart. We always say he's a good soul in this lifetime. He thinks he's a warrior spirit, but he's not really. He's more of a cherub, as we say. So
Now I connect to the Zadkiel energy. I don't know why. There's just something about that energy that I resonate with, but
Zakiel, as you say, is your crown.
yeah.
Each chakra has different representations of different angels or archangels that represent them. So you can call for them as well. Remember, each chakra can also indicate abundance. The chakras mean so many different things.
Yeah.
What abundance do you want in your life?
So, for example, Haniel is the angel of the moon, right? So people who connect to shamanic and pagan rituals, right? They may want to call in and do a moon ritual, right? A new moon ritual around abundance and manifestation.
And I believe that is the archangel of the sacral chakra as well. So you see, Haniel is good for if you're looking for becoming fertile as a woman.
That's abundant.
That is abundance.
Anyway, I assume.
That's for sure.
What is abundance for you, soul?
What is abundance for me? Abundance is surrendering and trusting
Yes.
that everything is in divine perfection, and that the divine will bring me absolutely everything I need in divine timing. And all my
Yeah.
needs are always met. That's what I
That
think.
is exactly accurate.
Yeah.
But most human beings don't know that. You see, you come here already with everything available to you.
Yes.
Everything will come to you in divine timing. As long as you understand this, you are already all taken care of.
It's about surrender.
Surrender. Nobody likes to surrender, do they? But when you surrender, that's when abundance is really going to happen.
Yeah.
Surrender to gratitude, as we said earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Surrender and trust. You know, the affirmation I use is, I'm just so grateful that you're bringing me the perfect, insert here, in the perfect timing for me, and accept whatever comes as being divine perfection. That's my way of manifesting.
That is.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to manifest. You see, when you surrender and you allow yourself just to be in the vibrations of gratitude and love all the time, and you stay there, then these things, these abilities to manifest become so easy for you.
It's just natural. It's like the seamless flow, or, you know, as people in sports like to call it, right? When they get in that zone, creative people call it the flow, whatever that is for you. It's like the manifestation is working through you.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not chasing it.
No, you're not chasing it.
Right. So that's one of the things I said at the beginning of this year was, you know, I'm allowing things to come to me rather than me chase it. The Aries in me says I have to chase everything. I'm not chasing anymore.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
When you chase, you just get more sort of yearning.
Right, exactly. And a sense of lack. So
Yes.
an urgency. Yeah.
That is correct. Why chase when you can simply sit back and relax and let the universe do the work through you?
Right, exactly. Because life is never happening to us. It's always happening through us.
For us.
Yes, because you are great manifestors of what you project here in this earth realm. You create that which you desire.
Yes.
That is correct. We like her.
And we like her too.
She has beautiful energy about her.
She does.
A great manifester.
And insights.
Yes, she's a number being, you know.
We know.
Why are numbers so important for manifestations?
Well, the sacred geometry, there's so much meaning behind each number, as Anne knows and does so well.
That is correct. You have the key to the numbers, don't you, light bearer? You do indeed. You are all numbers in a sort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've just learned how to read them very well and help others with them. That is what you do.
It's just learning how to speak numbers. And I love to teach people how to speak numbers.
And when they learn to speak numbers, they're learning another language.
That's right.
And you're teaching them.
Yes.
And then that opens up more portals so that they may manifest more numbers, in a manner of speaking.
You know, it's funny because I'm more of a creative person and artist, which I don't necessarily see as opposite of a numerologist, but it is a different way of looking at the world. And sometimes when we work with people, they'll say, okay, well, Metatron is for this person. That's why he or she's there, because they want numbers for activation codes. They want numbers, you know, these numbers and these sacred shapes and so on mean something to people who work with numbers, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In a way that maybe it wouldn't for an artist. So it's just
that is correct. Why send numbers and sacred geometry to those that will not speak that language? Mm-hmm. They will not understand it.
Right.
Now you understand why it's so important for you and for those whom you work with, because they understand the language. Mm-hmm. You're teaching them again the sacred language of numbers and manifestation.
I just love to connect them back to their birth code, to their content.
Yes, exactly. You're finding their authentic selves, their true blueprint of whom they are in this lifetime.
Yeah.
We told you there is an infinite amount of ways to heal another person. Numbers is just one of them.
Yeah, our numbers kind of match up quite well, luckily.
You represent what is called an infinity 8 symbol.
Which is what this month is all about.
Yes, it is.
How funny it is when you came to this home, it was 8-8. No coincidence, is there?
Mm.
We won't say any more than that. There are numbers in all things.
Yeah.
Aren't there?
Yes.
Your own scientists realize that even your DNA will break down into numbers. Your scientists have discovered that all diseases themselves come down to different ones and zeros now in different sequences.
Yeah, when we were in Japan, we had a fascinating experience where we received a piece of paper that only had number codes on them, just one sheet of paper. And it was the number codes for every single disease that is known to mankind. Wow. All mapped out in numbers.
Now think of this. That is true manifestation, isn't it?
Yes.
And what abundance there will be when you break the codes of all of these.
Right, and come up with the numbers for all the cures, right? Will definitely hold a higher vibration than the disease itself.
Numerologists are able to break these codes as well. You do a very good job at organizing the numbers, the sequences very well that others cannot do in order to heal diseases, illnesses of all creatures.
Yeah, a lot of times people think, I mean, it's interesting because all three of us are Reiki masters, and yet sometimes people feel that unless they have Reiki or unless they have done Tai Chi or unless they're yogi masters or whatever it is, that they can't heal. But we are all healers.
Absolutely.
We are all manifestors, and you know, you heal through numbers, we heal through channeling and healing and other things, but everybody has that ability to be the vessel of which they can heal. Yeah.
You are all healers. You are all channelers in your own right. You
Mhm.
just do it in a different way. That's all. We are no different than you.
Mhm.
We are the same. We are all the same. We are spirit. We are energy beings.
Exactly.
And when all of you understand that, you will understand how important it is that you allow yourselves to be, to surrender, to have faith that you are very, very, very important beings here in this earth realm, and that you're all connected to love. You're all connected to abundance. If you desire, it's there waiting for you.
I feel that it has a lot to do with not trying to compare yourself to anyone else, but to understand that you are unique for a reason, and that your DNA brings in a gift that can support humanity, where you can make your contribution and you can be of service uniquely.
Yeah, a lot of people just second guess themselves, like,
Mhm.
how do I know that my voice,
Yes.
right, is the right intuition? And it is because it is your higher self speaking. And when you just allow, right, so much, we go back to the surrender word again, just allow into yourself and trust that higher self to speak and come forward, then that's when the real magic happens.
Mhm.
We were going to get very excited about that because of what she said is truth, truth, truth. Never compare your gifts to another.
Mhm.
They're just as important or more important. Very well said,
Mm.
soul.
Took me a while to get it.
Yes,
I'm there now, but it took me a while to get it. No different
it
than anybody
takes
else. Yeah.
time. Remember, you have an abundance of time.
Mm.
All souls have an abundance of time. There's no rush. Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm. Mhm.
Are there more questions for us?
Uh, is there any, would you say that there is any special method or protocol involved in calling upon the higher realms?
Great question.
Yes. In order to call upon, or in order to be connected again to these different vibrations or realms, you have to slow down.
Mm.
Stop running so fast.
Mhm.
Sit, be quiet, and feel the energy around you. There is never one way, there is only your way.
Love that.
You are the guru, and we say always, goo you. You goo you. You be the guru, because you are the guru. You are the master. We are not different than you. You may call us the ascended masters, but you too are the gurus. You are the masters of your own soul.
Yeah, it's funny because one of the the tagline for our advanced course is, for our Blue Soul Masters course, is to become your own ascended master.
So
Right?
how
To
do you
step
connect?
into your own power.
Again, another question that has no absolutes, because each soul is different. You must find what resonates with you in this lifetime and then connect to it. And then from there, more doors will open up to you.
Yeah.
So it's not a question of how efficient you are or how skilled you are or how practiced you are. I'm trying to distinguish
Now,
that because
well,
I think
because
people go
remember,
to
it's from the heart,
right.
right? Right.
Right.
Greg Braden, I love Greg Braden, like a scientist, right? And he puts it well. He's like, the quantum field cannot be activated, nor does it work, which is where manifestation and abundance exists, right? In this quantum field, unless you do so through the heart. So he speaks about it as the language of the heart. And you guys tell us that all the time as well. It's everything is activated to these deeper dimensions, if you like, through our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Work through our intellect.
Right.
No, they're
Right.
not.
That's exactly it. The ego is what's telling us we're not good enough, smart enough, tall enough, educated enough, or whatever to be able to channel, but it's all open to us.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
open to us.
Sorry, scientists.
Yeah.
The quantum physicists are getting closer to really bridging the gap between science and spirituality.
Yeah.
And then there won't be this divide between disciplines. It'll be like it was, and thousands of years ago, when philosophy and science and physics and spirituality
Was all one.
was all one and played together nicely.
Mhm.
You're coming around in the circle again, aren't you?
We are indeed.
It's happening all over again. And there's a balance between feminine and masculine energies again. And when that occurs, there's even more abundance that will happen within this earth realm. When that balance between feminine and masculine become equal again, there will be a greater abundance. You'll see that happen within this particular earth realm. We are waiting. We are here to assist.
And we are grateful for that.
And
Yes.
with that, we believe that that is sufficient.
Oh, okay, guys, you're gonna unplug from
Yes.
Anthony's field a little bit and bring the Italian man back through.
Remember, we simply dim our lights a little bit so that your light may shine brighter. We are always here. We're going to say something that you don't like. We are in your most intimate settings. That's how close we are.
Mhm.
We never leave because we are you and you are us.
Thanks, guys.
Om is the vibration of this universe. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Om Hari Om. Peace, love, grace, and gratitude is with you always. Take these gifts and vibrations that you have and share them with everybody else. And when you do that, abundance will be overflowing in your glass.
Beautiful.
So true.
The glass is never empty. It's not half full. It's not half empty. It's always overflowing.
When our intention is that.
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Goodbye for now.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you for receiving us.
Thank you for being here.
Great soul. We are honored to be in your vibration again.
Likewise.
Off they go. They always love to correct me and say, we don't really leave. We just dim our lights or unplug from the auric field just a little bit. But they do, in our linear ways of thinking in the here and now on this earth plane, let's just say that our guides are very different than Anthony, as you know.
And so we were listening to Anthony's guides.
Well, both, yeah,
Or
you
is
could
that-
call them our guides, yeah,
Yes.
because they're working through both of us.
Right.
I know. In the beginning, I was like, well, where are my guides? And they're like, well,
Yeah.
we are your guides. Yeah.
And so I'm curious. Thank you, Anthony, for being that.
Thank you.
Both of you for being those amazing conduits and channels. Holy, that was very, very, very powerful. I have a
Well,
question.
they definitely love you.
Yeah, they
I can
do.
tell you that.
And Metatron did not come through. And I have a feeling it's not because that the energy didn't want to be there for you. It's just that it's such a big energy that it can, when it comes through, it's usually for healing more than messages.
Right.
So-
Well, that was my question. That was my question because I absolutely got confirmation that Metatron would come through this evening, but just because he didn't channel directly through Anthony does not mean that he wasn't present.
That's true. Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
This energy is always here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
And
here.
with probably working on what Metatron does best, which is the vibration and the frequencies.
I think what they were trying to, because Metatron doesn't speak a lot through us,
No.
but it
Heal.
does a lot more healing.
Healing.
So the guides wanted to give more of a message and relate it to about abundance and how you receive abundance and how it's related to, it can be related to numbers. It can be related to almost anything. But what's important is that you find what abundance is for you and then go on that journey.
Kind of what, the
Yeah.
example that they gave, that Hanuel, right? Like this god, or not goddess, but angel of the moon, and connected to fertility among illumination and light. And that's very different than financial abundance or abundance of the heart or abundance of family or abundance of vegetables in your garden. Which
for them, abundance.
Well, it's whatever abundance means to you.
Yeah.
Right? And abundance is a different thing. I mean,
But when you're in this field of abundance, it's going to come in all different forms like love does.
Yeah. And just being open to the way that it presents itself.
Such good, wise words. So I am excited to let everybody know that you guys are going to be back. They're coming back into our Master Number 11 membership at the end of April. I'll be announcing that a little bit later on. We'll have a little bit more discussion about that. But this is an opportunity. If you are part of the membership, you can check it out at masternumber11.com. I'll put it up there on the screen. And you can check that out. If you're a member, you'll be able to attend the live event where you'll be able to interact with Renee and Anthony. And they'll be doing a little bit of channeling at that time as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty pumped about that. So how do they get in touch with you guys? What are you offering? What's coming up? What's going on? How do they get in touch with you?
Great. Thanks for asking, actually. So bluesoulearth.com is really where most of our stuff is. If you go to our website and click on Study with Spirit, there's a big box towards the top. Click on Study with Spirit and you'll get a list of all of our upcoming Study with Spirit courses and workshops. We have, yes, related to numerology. Anne's favorite thing, Metatron and Sacred Geometry course is coming up this week starting. It's a 4-week course starting Thursday, March 18th and runs for 4 weeks.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. Excited, right? So yeah, you should be.
Okay.
And then we're doing a galactic workshop, which is kind of new for us because as you saw, our primary guides are the Ascended Masters. So we do channel galactic beings, but it's not kind of our core, you could say. So we're doing a 2-day workshop on that, which will be a little different. We responded to our community with that one and came out with it, but it's new for us. So that'll run for 2 Saturdays, March 20th and 27th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that's what, I don't know, 2 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And so that'll run for 2 weeks. And then April 8th for 4 weeks, we're going to be running How to Connect to Your Spirit Guides. That's going to be a 4-week course. Yeah, that's weekly. Nice. And then May 1st is a Saturday workshop on what is the soul. So we're going to dive deep into what the soul is, why it matters for spiritual awakening, why it matters for your life in general, and super, super cool. So we're going to connect it to the chakras and the energetic body and, why is this important and all of that.
And you're on Facebook. I think you've got a Facebook.
We are on Facebook on Blue Soul Earth, and we just launched this week a new podcast. So anchor.fm, anchor.fm/Blue Soul Earth. We only have 2 episodes up, but more will be posted this month. And we are on YouTube and would welcome any subscribers because as Anne well knows, because she has a great following on YouTube, but apparently YouTube doesn't even acknowledge you until you reach the 1,000 mark. So please
get these guys up there, guys. So don't forget to go over to Blue Soul Earth on YouTube. Yeah. Click this subscribe. Click the little bell thing to get the notifications because they have some fantastic videos in there. You've got to check them out. Like, seriously.
Yeah, and obviously that's free because it's on YouTube, so there's no charge there.
Yeah.
Come on over and subscribe. We would be so grateful.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we need to build that subscription up. So
you.
I want to say thank you so much, guys. I so appreciate you coming on. I'm sure everybody's learned an awful lot tonight, maybe a little bit of a different perspective on manifestation. Grateful to the guides for being present here tonight and for facilitating all of this. And I just hope everybody's going to look you up, bluesoulearth.com.
Thanks so much, Anne. We love you. I mean,
Oh, we
you know,
love you as well.
yeah, we just met Anne last month, and
Yeah.
you know, since then it's like we're emailing back and forth, and just love her work, love her energy.
As
Our
the-
family now.
The guides always tell us they send us only the highest and the best.
So yeah, so she's
Well,
the
thank
real
you.
deal.
Yeah.
She's the real deal, and we are excited to collaborate with
Yeah.
you again in April and work with your Magic 11 group, which is
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
super exciting for me because I was born at 11/11, so I'm super pumped about that.
Well, there's significance to that. So that's awesome. Well, thanks, guys. You can check out what's coming up on my website. I've got the soul coaching program there. We've got the Let's Do You program, which was just launched. It's an opportunity to work one-on-one with me. I've also got the Just Do You group coaching that's starting on April the 6th. So if you kind of want to know how to do YouTube, if you want to know how to do your newsletters, if you want to know how to do things related to your website, it's all there for you. So I would love to see you join up for that too. So take care, guys. Love you tons. And we'll look forward to seeing you at the April 29th, I think it is. I'll have to check the date. April 25th. April 25th is when we're doing our live. So
Yeah.
I'll put it there in a notification. Right. Okay. We'll get it right by then, I promise. Okay. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right,
Bye-bye now.
thanks all.
Bye for now.
Bye
Bye-bye.
for now.